What's up? 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 What's going on, y'all? We doing something a little different today. I'm running back, y'all. Running back to the house. I had to go run to the mall, y'all. Okay, and the run just took longer than expected. But I definitely wanted to come to y'all with the notes that I have about this. What is it? 8th Street. Hold up. I won't get their their YouTube page correct before I tell y'all exactly what it is. But I'm glad y'all came to hear me talk about this. Because I have an opinion, ma'am. I have an opinion, ma'am. I have some feelings and some thoughts based on the things that were said on 8 at the table. Okay. So 8 at the table has a video up on their YouTube page saying, what should a woman bring to the table if she earns more? Okay, so that's the question that they originally asked. What should the woman bring to the table if she makes more money? So I guess there's like a disparagement or argument about whether if women make more money, should they still not be responsible for most of the bills? Like a man would be. If a man is making more money, then he would be responsible. So a lot of these men on this panel were basically saying that as men, even if they made less than their women, they were still expected to carry most of the load as men to provide slash protect. Okay, so that's fine. Listen, I feel like, and my main thing has always been, whatever works for you and yours is what works for you and yours. And people should not try to put a one size fits all, ideal on what marriage is or how marriage should operate, because everybody is different. Okay, so let me just address a few things now that I have said that. Respect based off income. Why do y'all think that that's okay? Women and men, because there was a woman on there that said she felt like if she made more money than her man, she was not going to take anything from him. Meaning, if he came at her any type of way, she would go at that neck. Okay, call him a broke ass, bum ass, and with all of this other, she would go in on him. She would let have on the man if the man did not make as much money as her. Babe, can I get a drink before you get into all that? Okay. And I feel like that's, I understand that that is realistic, but I feel like it's fucked up nonetheless. I don't think that that's cool to treat somebody badly or with less respect than you would because they have less money than you. I think that's weird. And I think that is misogynistic. And I think when we, yell out the patriarchy and everybody gets upset because they feel like it's just a buzzword, but what it actually stands for is a lot of the rules and ideology that we believe and live up to in this society that are based in men having more power, men being able to bring more to the table financially, therefore having more respect, more power, more access. Okay. And throughout time, women have had to fight for men to not only treat them fairly, but to be responsible when they are the responsible party. What has ended up happening in this unbalance of power, and really this unbalance within masculinity, because I feel like toxic masculinity is an unbalance. It's you feeling like everything that is masculine is all you should, encompass. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, you should only be in your masculine at all times. And that is not realistic. That's not realistic. Nobody's in their masculine all the time. Just like women aren't even allowed, specifically Black women aren't allowed to rest in their feminine all the time. Okay? Life doesn't life doesn't work like that. Okay? So I just feel like, okay, I'm sorry, email just kind of distracted me. I feel like people really, really, really need to focus on what works for their relationships and stop putting unhealthy expectations on their shit just so that they can uphold what society finds acceptable, true, real, what it's supposed to be. All of that shit. Like, ultimately, there are some women that provide better than some men. The only reason y'all were tasked with providing and protecting in nature is because you were physically stronger and therefore able to go out there and exert more energy to fight lion and tiger and bear, okay, and make food, and get food for us to come back and make. And it made sense for us to make the food because you had went out there and caught it. It was called a balance. You do this part because you physically stronger. I'm gonna do this part because I was already back over here anyway, okay, preparing it. So that's what we did. But that didn't mean for white men to decide that women shouldn't be allowed to do things because men do them better in some aspects. And I'm talking about physicality, because when it comes to the mental jobs that require brain strength, yeah, no, you this ain't always smarter than us. And the fact that you think that is ridiculous. The fact that you think that is stupid. Okay. And a sign of the patriarchy that you believe brain power has anything to do with how many XY chromosomes your ass have. Okay. Sometimes it does, but not in this situation. Not when it comes to sex and gender. Sorry, let it go. So I firmly believe, me, myself, personally, that respect should be divvied out as it is given. Meaning, if we're in a relationship, I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody that I don't respect. And I am going to respect you. I'm also not going to do what this young lady says she does. I'm not going to make myself small to make you feel better about yourself. That's a mistake. And women often fall into that trap, but that's a mistake. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Step your cookies up before they crumble, okay? Now, Rico. This is Rico, the problematic one that says dumb shit for clout so that we can pay attention to their YouTube page. Because just know that that's what this is about. Ultimately, he said this dumb shit that didn't make any sense when it was coming out of his mouth because he wanted to do something that would make everybody upset so that their YouTube page and panel would get more attention. That's what this is all about, okay? So let's just be clear about that. But I decided, hey, why not play ball? Let's discuss, okay? But Rico feels if he works and fixes things, then what is a woman bringing to the table that he can't pay for? And when this one woman, talks about what she provides as a woman, and I think most people with common sense know that women make a home out of a house. We decorate. We make things feel good. We make things smell good. We make sure that everything is accessible. Everything is easy and home is good for everybody. Like, that's what women do. That's what I was raised to do. And I watched my mom and my dad both work. My mom had her own business, but my dad did most of the cooking. But my mother was still a homemaker, even though she was not required to cook every meal. Thank you, babe. She was not required to cook every meal. Because my dad liked to cook. Just like, they divvied up the responsibilities as far as cleaning, okay? My dad used to feel like, hey, your mama don't need to come home and see dishes in the sink. Clean them damn dishes, okay? And when I was too small, they hired people to come and clean the house because they had the money to do that, okay? We ain't gonna live in a nasty, dirty house regardless of who has the energy and time to be running around here like they're fucking maid, okay? Like, so at the end of the day, when men act like women who uphold and take care of a household aren't really bringing anything to the table, it's funny to me because they can't do it themselves. Even this man talked about what he can pay for, but he could not do any of that himself. So you can't cook your own meals, you can't meal prep your own shit, you can't clean up your own place, you can't do your own laundry. Okay. But we're also forgetting that a lot of the reason why men are tasked with providing is not just because of the physicality on their part, but the physicality on our part of having children. Because once I have a child, I am now physically taken out of work in one way or another. I can no longer work for a period of time because I am now carrying a child that you put into my womb. Okay. You shouldn't even want me to work or do anything other than bake this baby when I'm having a baby. Therefore, you need to be able to take care of us if, and in fact, I cannot. That's the point. Okay? That's the point of why, at the end of the day, women still require more as far as how we are provided for and taken care for, is because we're going to be out of commission at some point if y'all plan on having children. Okay? That's why. All right. It's common sense, y'all. It's real common sense. Men don't have to be sitting down somewhere pregnant with a baby in their stomach and then possibly die during, before, after childbirth, bringing a child into this world. Like, it's really ridiculous to me how people act like they don't understand common sense shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the reasons why people are required to take on more of a task in one way or another in order to create a balance. Okay. The woman is physically taking on the task. So financially, you need to take on the task. Okay. Hello. What are we talking about here? You sound dumb telling me how you can get a woman to, I mean, you can get a maid. First of all, you ain't never found no maid you're gonna pay $100 a week. Maybe if you got a little ass apartment, this is delicious. I could pay a bartender. I don't have the money or the wherewithal. You know who makes great drinks? Husband. In-house dick makes great drinks. Also can cook. Also can wash and fold clothes. Also knows how to sweep and mop. He don't do it as much as he should. And he often needs to be reminded, but he know how to do it. And he does it. Okay? I would never want to be with somebody that felt like that was 100% my responsibility all the time, as if I don't make fucking money. I've always been a worker bee at the end of the day. Okay? So I feel like at the end of the day, we all know women bring a lot more to the table than just sex. And I hate when people ask, oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this whole bringing sex thing to the table. Because you niggas never want to talk about the real thing. You know, you never really want to get down to it about why for women, sex isn't as valuable. Okay, you can't give me dick and then that's supposed to be like the end all be all. Like, I'm not gonna buy a nigga dinner so he can give me his dick. Like, I'm not doing that. But you gonna go and pay for dinner and dates and shoes and whatever else so you can get you some cooch. Do you know why? Because your nut is guaranteed. There aren't many times when a man can't nut, and if he can't nut, it's because of him, not because of the pussy that he's in. Just saying. You niggas can come in nut in some of the most nefarious of push traps. Okay? So don't act like, don't listen. Listen. Dick is free. Do you know why? Because dick is not guaranteed. Vagina is guaranteed. You gonna get this orgasm, nigga. It's gonna happen. Okay? Shit, it might happen too soon. For us, on the other hand, a lot of y'all be married and don't know y'all way around y'all own wives' coochie. Terrible thing. Sad. Don't know what to do with it. Don't know how to get it drip drop. Okay? Come through drip, drip, drip. Don't know how to get none of that WAP shit together. Okay? You don't know nothing about it. All right? All you know is you stick your little thing in it, pump a few times, and you think you did something special. Okay? I'm just saying there are a lot of you women out there that don't have multiple orgasms, and you know, y'all don't have orgasms, and y'all don't like for y'all man to eat y'all out because y'all feel like that's nasty, bitch. You sound crazy. That's why your dick is not that valuable, good sir. It's because it's not guaranteed to get hard. It's not guaranteed to stay hard. It's not guaranteed to give me my money's worth. When at the end of the day, you gonna bust this one at the end of the day. Okay? 9 times out of 10, child, I want to say most of the time, 10 times out of 10, but we'll keep it 9 times out of 10. The man is going to get what he needs from sex, and a woman, more than half, okay, more than half probably won't. That's why women get so happy with just the poke. Like, there's a difference. See, women can orgasm from their clitoris and they can orgasm vaginally, okay? And when we have sex, sometimes we don't have either one of those, but we like the poke. The poke feels good if the poke knows what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? Stroke, ocean, all of those things, okay? That's great. That's great. But ultimately, who's busting nuts? That's my question. Okay. All right. So I feel like don't act like sex is equal, because it's not. It's not made that way. So we're not going to sit up here and act like your dick is as valuable as vagina. We're just not. Even when they're great. Okay. Even when they're great, they sometimes still don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't give what they were supposed to give. Women, on the other hand, as long as the bitch is alive and clean, it's gonna give what it's supposed to give. Okay? So stop that argument, because that's I don't even know why y'all set yourself up for that. So y'all can find out from all y'all ex-girlfriends how many times they didn't fake came on your ass. Okay? Sitting up here talking about, I seen a video of one girl sitting up there talking about, what do you mean he has to pay your bills? You got sex out of the deal. You got sex out of the deal. I was sitting up there like, I'm not saying a man has to pay all my bills, girl, but you're not about to sit up here and act like this dick is a guaranteed nut for us every time we decide we gonna fuck on some dude that we attracted to. Okay, then fuck they look all got it all hot and bothered and excited and got to the precipice and nothing happened. Anticlimactic. Okay, so when the man Rico says that he can buy, I can buy all of these things, I can buy all of these things, and the lady says, but I can buy those things too, sir. And he said, but you don't. And it's like, well, first of all, sir, calm down. You don't know me like that. Second of all, everybody has a right to require what they want in a relationship. If I require somebody to make just as much money as me so that they can provide and take care of these bills, then that's what I want and that's what I deserve and that's what I should have. If you as a man can't carry that burden, don't feel bad about women who want a man to be able to carry that burden. Just find you a woman that wants to carry that load with you. That's all you have to do. But y'all don't have to sit up here and act like black women are fucked up for requiring what y'all give to white women freely and without question. Because I ain't never seen nobody arguing with no white woman about whether, he was going to take care of her or not. I'm just saying. Child, let me see what y'all saying in these comments, because I know y'all going in. But not all men want children. We can hire surrogate. Oh, Christopher Brown is acting like family is something that can be created through surrogacy. Oh, so there are a lot of young single men out there that want to pay a woman hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a baby for them so then they can then raise the baby by themselves. Point them out. Point them out. Let me get them. Get the fuck out of here, Christopher. Child, y'all be in here all cap. No good and goddamn well you ain't about to do that. And you're right. I've never met a man that wasn't a woman that wanted to do that. No, that wasn't with a man. Yeah. Oh, okay. Either way, there are not a lot of straight heterosexual men that are out there trying to make sure they have a kid before they get too old, so they're gonna go and pay for a surrogate to make sure they have a kid. They're gonna accidentally impregnate the worst bitch they know. That's what they're going to do. Like, stop acting like that's what's gonna happen. And then men, when they do want kids, they impregnate women that they really don't want to really be in relationships with sometimes. Okay, which is crazy to me. That ends up happening. And then you still gonna have to require that woman to give up that baby in some way, her body, her breast milk, like after the fact. Like, you're not gonna just, in real life, men always are going to need women to help them take care of children. That's just like, that's the way this goes. And I'm saying that knowing that my father absolutely was a single parent for a nice little bit of my brother and my sister's childhood. Okay, I was raised by a man that did not mind being a single parent. So trust me, I have seen the spectrum of men, but no man wants to do that by themselves. No person should want to raise children by themselves. And if you want to do all of that by yourself, then you don't want a woman. But what you're not going to do is act as if what a woman brings to the table has no value because you can go and buy it. Guess what? The fact that you will go and buy it shows it has value, because you would put dollar on it. And let's just be very clear. You niggas can say what y'all want to, but how about you date in your tax bracket? Okay? Date in your tax bracket and stop trying to be with women you can't afford to be with, and then get mad at those women because they won't pull their standards down so you can step on. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, just like y'all want women that cook and clean and do all of this shit, then a woman should be able to require what she wants from a man in a relationship as well. without feeling devalued in a situation because both people aren't bringing the same thing to the table. I feel like even in relationships, when both people are working, everybody doesn't bring the same thing to the table because everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses. There are some things that Lyric does better than me. There are some things that I do better than Lyric. Lyric needs to talk to the Mexicans. I don't understand. Okay? Now, when it comes to like design and you know, decision making, all and all of that, that's a me thing. That's a us thing together. Okay? But there's some, that's Lyric. Let Lyric handle it. Bye. It's out of my mind. I'm not dealing with it. That's how I be. Okay? So at the end of the day, I think everybody, if we're both two full human beings that are capable of taking care of ourselves, we're coming together to be together so that we can benefit and make each other's lives easier. Okay, that's why. And to be clear, you do get tax write-offs when you have a husband or a wife instead of just being a single person where they tax the fuck out your ass. So y'all can sit up here and act like there aren't a plethora of reasons as to why having a partner, you know, what have you, is valuable. But it is definitely valuable because nobody wants to really be alone. Not really. And if you do, that's your prerogative, be alone. It's real easy these days. Okay. You can work from home. You can do everything online, and you know what I'm saying. You can order. You can never leave your house if you want to. If you want to do that, that's your business. But at the end of the day, don't sit in front of us and have a conversation about what women are bringing to the table. And when they tell you what they bring to the table, you want to act as if it has no real value, but you're willing to pay for it. You sound stupid. Okay. The caveat is women can buy what he claims men bring to the table. Exactly. I can buy somebody to fix shit. I can buy a house. I can buy a plumber. I can buy an electrician. Nigga, I could buy a vibrator that don't get soft. I can do a whole bunch of things with my money that don't require a man. And there are a lot of women that don't want to have kids. Men aren't the only ones that don't want children. Women don't want children either. Okay. And sometimes women don't want to have to be what women often need to be in relationships, which is not only your woman, but also a little bit of your mother. Just saying. Y'all niggas be sitting up here acting like y'all don't have isms in these relationships. What's going on? We still talking? Since when are all wives inherently valuable? Talk to candid married men away from their wives and then get back to me. There's a reason cheaper to keep her is a saying among men. I don't understand what you mean by that, Christopher. I feel like you here to just be problematic in my comments towards women. Are you hurt? What is that for? You sound hurt in the comments, Christopher. Talk to us and tell us what the story is. Because I feel like you're coming from a place that there's a story. Tell us the story. Go ahead and stop commenting to my friend and comment and tell me what woman broke your heart. Let us know, Christopher. We waiting with bated breath to hear what the fucked up story is that's attached to all of this angst you giving to my friend about what women bring to the table and all of this. I heard that dude chase their first nut bust version. What? I don't know what that one man went. I'm gonna let that one go on. Okay, one guy says men complain in a barbershop about their women not keeping up their end of cooking and cleaning. That's because that's an everyday, all day fucking job that no one person should be solely responsible for all the time. Even maids get to go home. Okay. Okay. Like, how about everybody do their part so we don't have a nasty, dirty house? But a lot of you niggas feel like y'all should be able to just walk around and not do anything. Just take shit off and kick it off around the house and just be like, fuck it. Or y'all have children, and because a woman can't keep a house spotless with children walking around fucking everything up every 5 minutes, oh, now a house isn't clean. I've seen y'all complain about these things, but y'all are the same men that don't clean up behind yourselves, that don't ever pull out the Clorox wipes to wipe the piss that you just peed around the ring of the toilet at the bottom. Like, it kills me the way, you know, the things that are being said about, oh, women don't. You know what? Another thing about men complaining in a barbershop, as if men are complaining like real feelings. Men complain about shit just so that they can hear somebody else validate their bullshit, not because they really complaining about it. I really wish I would see a nigga leave his wife because she didn't clean up the house as much as he wanted her to. Y'all go to divorce court and complain about those things, but that's never really a reason why. Because a lot of you niggas are so trifling that y'all don't really be worrying about those things. Because if you did, you'd be just as clean your damn self. So you wouldn't have got with a nasty, dirty bitch. Because let me tell you, my daddy was a very clean man, to the point where I don't even remember our house ever really being that dirty. Everything was always maintenance. Everything was always keeping up shit that was already like fully cleaned and all of that. Okay. So I feel like at the end of the day, if everybody does their part for the things that are around the house, then we shouldn't have any problems. But to put all of that on a woman as if that's not a forever job. Like they're always clothes to wash. Even your job ends at a certain time. Okay. Even, you know what I'm saying? You get a vacation from your job at a certain time. But women do things that require 24/7 constant attention and time, like housework, because people are always undoing what you do because you live in the house. People are always eating up the food. So you're always going to the store. You're always cooking. Y'all, I have to put it in a planner to make time to do all of the things that I have to do. And I work from home. I work from home. What you say, Christopher? Okay, he said, my issue is with the idea that the specific woman I was responding to, your friend, has that a wife is an inherently good thing. Many wives are, but many wives aren't, is my point. Well, sir, a lot of husbands aren't shit either. Like, you're arguing a point that is already understood, that not everybody is good in every, like, certain people shouldn't be married and they get married. People shouldn't be mothers and they shouldn't be fathers and they are. So that goes without saying, sir. But what we're saying is that a wife inherently is a good thing to most men that find one, because a lot of y'all need women to help y'all in one way or another. Like, y'all view women and wives as helpmates. Like, that's the way it's put in the Bible and all of that. So when you find a woman, you essentially are finding someone to help you in life. Whereas women are raised a lot of the time to be able to take care of themselves because of the possibility that a man won't be able to take care of them. Whereas y'all are raised to find somebody to help you. We're raised to take care of ourselves, and hopefully we can find somebody that will help us. Okay. But we're not even talking about people washing dishes and washing clothes for women. We're not talking about people cooking meals for women. I didn't hear those men talk one time about how they were willing to do all of those same things for a woman that was making a lot of money or just as much money or more money than them. I didn't hear any of those men say that they would take on those same requirements that they expect women to uphold in relationships. That nigga said he would pay somebody to do it instead of doing it himself. Like, so it's amazing to me that y'all don't seem to understand when we say, you know, the value of a woman or the value of a wife. And I think it's because you've been allowed to not see it. It's the same thing as white people being allowed to not see racism all over the place. I just get tired of the value being projected onto some women who may not necessarily have that value. And I think that's because you thinking of somebody specifically in your mind that was a shitty wife. As far as husbands not inherently being valuable, men know and hear that daily. Do they? Do men hear that daily? Listen, honey, I know that there's some terrible women out here. I do. But I also feel like a lot of the times, even at our worst, women are still expected to take care of the kids, no matter how terrible she is. Men can completely tap out of the process. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand what you mean. Not every wife is a good wife, Christopher. No, of course not. Nobody's saying that, honey. Thank you so much, All Things Nada Jean, for the super chat. LA has an extreme homeless population and majority are men, especially black men. Okay. Well, I mean, I could fix it. You could come sit over here. Oh, I love y'all. I gotta change it so Lyric don't be in the shot. Okay, Headman never said I could do that myself. He said I could pay for it. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Just a stupid tax paying for a maid because of your pride. And another thing about it is, like, when they talk about, oh, women, when they talk about like the sex thing, you niggas be out here doing anything for pussy and they gonna sit up here and act like it ain't got no value. Oh, all that just for some pussy. Oh, just for some pussy. Nigga, y'all be out here doing the most for some pussy. So the fact that you now want to act as if you're not thirsty for it, child, the only reason y'all are allowed to have this energy is because women freely give y'all pussy because now they can finally say, I want the dick. Like, and y'all don't even really like that. Y'all don't like when women tell y'all straight up that they just want your dick and don't want nothing else from your raggedy ass. Y'all don't like that. Y'all never do. But then, it's got to be all of this bullshit about, oh, well, just be upfront. Y'all want a nigga to do this, that, 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 that. All right, okay. Well, listen, the social engagement here is, I want something, you want something. We have to decide what we're willing to do for what we want. Okay. What else? Every woman doesn't want to cook and clean like that. I like the fact that the girl who's pictured here said, I don't want a man to think that that I'm only supposed to be cooking and cleaning all the time. And I feel like that's because I feel like those are like things that human beings should be doing for themselves. You should know how to cook your own food, sir. You should know how to fold, wash your own clothes. Like, y'all should know how to take care of yourselves. And women who have boys, stop teaching your boys that there are things they shouldn't do because that's feminine. Men too. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. Taking care of yourself is not feminine. Making sure that your clothes are clean, making sure that you have eaten today is not feminine. It is what adults do to take care of themselves. Child. So stop expecting for when you find a woman for that to be the only thing that she's supposed to be doing is making sure your fucking ass got some clean drawers. Child, go to hell. Okay. And then when this same girl said that she will basically hide how much she makes to make her man feel more comfortable. That's a part of shrinking yourself to make him feel more comfortable. That relationship is never going to work out because he's always going to require you to make yourself smaller so he can feel bigger. How about he just be bigger? Okay, don't do that. Don't shrink yourself for a man. Stop it. Then Rico made a comment about how his wife wouldn't be able to hide how much money she makes from him. I'm like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? How you gonna make her tell you how much money she make? I mean, at the end of the day, her paycheck is between her and her bosses. So what you gonna do to make sure you know how much her check is exactly? Boy, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this shit. So the question is asked what she would do if her and her dude had a joint account and they kept, because you're equal, right? You're equal, right? No, I want to say this. As a woman, I don't want to be treated as your equal. I want to be treated better than you, nigga. Men don't hold door. What they hold door sometimes, but men don't pull out chairs. Men are not chivalrous to other men. They're chivalrous to women, and I would like for it to remain that way. I'm sorry. I am a woman. Yes, yes, yes. I am a dainty flower, nigga. Open up this heavy ass door. Thank you, because it was easier for you than it was for me. I have on heels and a skirt. Please help me step out. Step me down off the Jeep. Help me get down. Thank you. Okay, come pick me up. I can't reach it. Oh my God. Okay, yes, yes. Blanche Devereaux. I don't want to be treated equal. I want to be treated better than you. And it's because I bring life into this world. And so I do see fit that in nature, God intended for us to be treated slightly better than you niggas. I'm sorry. We love you though. And we make allowances. We make allowances. You know what I'm saying? We make allowances for y'all all the time. Okay. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I treat Lyric very well. Lyric, I treat you well. Okay. Thank you. Don't put your hand right there. Okay. I treat you very well. But I'm gonna just go ahead and be real and say I don't pull out your chair. I don't open doors for you like that. No, but you better do it for me. You better do it for me. Okay? That's how I feel about it. Then we don't need to be together. Because there's always a nigga that will open a door and pull out a chair. You know? Shut up. You do those things. How you gonna say that now when that's what you've always done throughout our entire relationship? That is the point. No. No, nigga, we would not be together if you weren't a gentleman. No, we wouldn't be. Did you catch that? Thank you for the super chat, Wendy. Did you catch that part when he said more black women go to college more than black women, and I think you mean black men, and he tried to downplay equal pay. Yes, he did try to downplay. They had to correct him. Even the other men in the room was like, no, there is no equal pay, nigga. They keep trying to get that shit passed in the Senate, keep knocking it down. That's right, because you know who makes up most of the Senate and the Congress? Men. You know who makes up most of the boardrooms? Who make the decisions in this country and in this world and in big business? Men. You know who we have to go through so that we don't have to have children if we don't want to? Men. It's amazing to me when niggas act like they don't have all of these same rights over us when we literally are still arguing about abortion and shit. We're still arguing with you people about people that ain't never got to worry about a child coming out their coochie because they don't have one, want to argue with all the women of America about whether we should be able to determine whether we want to have a child or not. Think about that. That's not equal. If you can control what I do with my body, it's not fucking equal. There are no laws that dictate a man's body and what he can do with it. And there should be, because niggas like Nick Cannon like to go get everybody pregnant with reckless abandon. And then sit on a radio and act like there's nothing wrong with creating 9 separate households or however many separate households with children you won't be able to give 100% of your time to. And they'll be resentful of you when they get older because they wanted time and not money. Because they wanted to feel like somebody cared about them and loved them and wanted to spend time with them because they went to school and saw that mommy and daddy was picking little Timmy up every day from school when Nick Cannon was out the fucking country or at the other baby mama's house across the country some fucking well. Nick said time is a man-made concept. Nigga, you can say what the fuck you want to say, but time is the realest concept of them all, and it is our most valuable thing. Is our time, not even the money. But I think it's so funny that all of a sudden Nick Cannon becomes so anti-white when it comes to you being a deadbeat dad to all these damn children, okay? Being a Rolling Stone, really. Like, it's okay for you to do that, when you want to bring up the white man then. But what about the white man's money that you love to take, Nick? What about all of the racially ambiguous half white man's women that you like to impregnate? All the white shit is good then, though, huh, Nick? But not when we talking about keeping one man in one household. Let me tell you something, Nick. If you had all them bitches in one big, huge mansion with all your children in the same household, I wouldn't have a fucking thing to say. I would tell you to continue to impregnate them with reckless abandon because everybody is in the same place at the same time. And even though it's impossible for you to actually give your attention to all of those children, they will still all have you in the household and will still see you. Versus what you have done now and what you refuse to ever really speak about is the time factor. Time is not a man-made thing, nigga. You will expire at some point. And didn't you give us reasoning a while back about why you was having all these children with reckless abandon? Because you might die one day. Oh, so now time is of no importance out this bitch. Nigga, this is not a science fiction movie. This is not the Fifth Element. Time is always of the importance. What are you talking about? I can't stand when niggas want to be new niggas. You know what I'm saying? You want to act like you don't understand that all of the people in the world that we see these days got issues right now because they got abandonment issues because their pappy wasn't there, because their mama wasn't there. But you want to sit up here and tell me about Eurocentric misogyny. Boy, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that. Because a lot of that same rhetoric to me still has its underlying misogynistic qualities, which is Eurocentric. Because a lot of Africa was a matriarchy. But y'all don't want to get into that. Y'all only want to uphold these things when they uphold and validate the bullshit that y'all be on, which is steeped in the misogyny of it all. This whole thing was misogynistic as shit. these men's energy, the shit that they were saying, the positions that they took, the questions that they asked the women, the way they treated the women, the way they laughed and giggled whenever they referred to the women as being an equal. Yeah, that's right, nigga, laugh, because I'm not your equal, nigga. I'm better than you. That's right. That's right. That's right, laugh. Ha 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 ha. You are not my equal. I am better. As a woman, I am better. Okay? You know why? You know why? Because the Lord says so. That's why. Enrico says he wants them to equally contribute. I'm cool with that. But this is my thing. If everybody is making about the same amount of money, I think that people should equally contribute financially. Or people should pick what they're paying for. You know what I'm saying? You pay for these things, I pay for these things. You do this, but everybody has their roles. Everybody has their roles. Everybody just agree on whatever roles they want to play. And do what they say they're going to do. And be who they say they're going to be. But also give your partner grace. Because I've been with the same person for 10 years, y'all, and we have ups and downs. Every day I am not the consummate housewife, and every day this nigga is not the perfect husband. Okay? We might want to stab each other sometimes. We might love the shit out of each other other times. Okay? But the point of the matter, Robert Lee, if you want to pay for everything, that's your prerogative. Then you find you a woman that's cool with that and wants that. But a lot of times I find when men want to pay for everything and so that they can have all of the control. And I'm personally not a fan of being controlled in that way by anybody. So I prefer to have a hand in shit so that I can have a hand in shit. You see what I'm saying? I like a balance. I like, everybody bringing something to the table, everybody being a value in the situation. But I also feel like there are times when one person carries the weight more than the other. And that shifts throughout the course of a marriage, that shifts throughout the course of a relationship. And you have to be forgiving of one another at the end of the day for when one person doesn't always have the strength to always carry their load. Because sometimes that happens. We get sick, we get tired, we get depressed, we lose jobs, we get new jobs, we're not making as much money, we start making more money. You lose your fucking YouTube page, you quit your job, you go to school, whatever is happening in the situation. The part of being together is deciding that we want to be together while all of this shit is going on. So yeah, it's cute for women to be out here talking about, oh, I want a man that's going to do this. And a man to be out here talking about, oh, I want a woman that's going to do this. But the truth of the matter is you fall in love with a person, a real person that is not perfect, that does not show up the same way every fucking day. So what you going to do? Y'all going to take turns? Y'all going to give each other the grace? But then also show up as much as you can for one another and for yourself, because you can't pour from an empty well. At the end of the day, everybody needs to be thinking about the other person when they are in a relationship. We're trying to make each other's lives easier. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I like for shit to make sense. I don't like for us to go by rules just because that's what somebody said we should do. If there's a fight, Lyric is probably going to be the one. Okay? Somebody needs to get cussed out. That's me. We all bear our loads. Something heavy needs to get picked up, call Lyric. Okay? Again, somebody needs to get cursed out, call me. I do other things, y'all. I do a plethora of other things. I bring a lot of things to the table. I'm a nice little homemaker. You know what I'm saying? I make shit nice and comfortable and everything. I buy good candles. You know what I'm saying? I clean the bottom of the toilet. I wipe down baseboards. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time. Sometimes I pay people. Okay? But guess what? The nigga not gonna leave me if I don't do it. But also, I want people to stop complaining, cleaning, and taking care of a house to like a job. Nigga, if I don't clean the house a couple of days out the week, we gonna be all right. If you don't go to work, then we don't have any money, and then we don't have a place to live. Like, stop equating those two things like they the same, because they really, really not. If you want to equate you providing, then you need to equate that to like the culmination of what your woman provides you, whether that's having children or what she does at home. Because a lot of you niggas wouldn't do the shit that women do, even if you was by yourself, which is why you have a woman in the first place. I'm good at cleaning too when I feel like it. When I feel like it, but I'm so busy, y'all. Y'all see how many videos I do, don't y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? I do a lot. So I be needing help sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be with somebody that feels like that's supposed to be my job just because I'm here. No, nigga, I got stuff to do too. And yes, that's another thing. People don't value emotional support. Somebody that does not drive you fucking crazy. Somebody that actually is your peace. Somebody that actually does make you feel better about your shitty day. Somebody you actually do want to come home to. Okay? Somebody that actually does blow your back out or, or wet up your socks, nigga. Okay? As Eve would say. All of those things are valuable in life. Everything that everybody has to offer that's a value to another person, is a value at the end of the day. What men bring to the table and what women bring to the table, y'all. Everybody's valuable in a situation. The argument should not be that one is more valuable than the other. And I feel like that's what this man was trying to say. Rico was trying to say that men are more valuable than women because men are supposed to provide and protect, as if those are the only things that are required in this life. I think you can see from all of the emotionally retarded people out here in the world and the mentally stunted, unable to control their own emotions, unable to live as true adults because they can't control themselves because nobody ever taught them how to control themselves because they weren't raised by real adults. Obviously, you can see that there is more to be offered in the world besides providing and protecting. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm a chef and I clean and I know my nationality and I'm very successful in cryptocurrency and the stock exchange. Oh, word. DM me. I can't find a man that's valuable enough for me. Okay. Child, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But that begs me to go two ways in my mind. Okay, you may not have found a person that you find valuable enough for you to want to do all those things with. That's reasonable. Okay. But also, have you put yourself so high on a pedestal that you not really paying attention to what's around you or what's really of value? Because everything that's of value ain't in money. Just saying. Uh, what are you doing with socks that they get wet during sex? So you do know, like when people, never mind. I'm gonna let it go. Maybe people don't ski. I don't know. It's a ski. It's a ski. A glamorous BW. Thank you for the super chat on TikTok. A black woman asked non-black women if they're asked about what they bring to the table. Almost every non-black woman said they've never been asked that by black men nor white men. Girl, I know. That's why I thought this conversation was hilarious, because I was like, nobody would ever ask a white woman these questions. Nobody would ever require a white woman to explain why she's valuable. Only black people. Thanks, slavery. An example, in China's one child policy, everybody wanted boys. Now they don't have enough women. And the guys, that is funny. That is funny with your dumb asses. Child. Now I squirt often, but I never had no one tell Mrs. that their socks. It's just something that she said in a song, y'all. Like the pussy so wet, I wet up your socks. Anyway, he takes the trash out, washes dishes, and buys me my fave snack ever so often. I do everything else. That I do everything else is that even. Ooh, he does pay some of the bills, right? Like, if he pays some of the bills, then yeah, that's enough. If not, I mean, are you happy? If it's enough for you, then it's enough for me. But if it ain't enough for you, then no, it ain't enough. Those are the keys of a marriage and a relationship, especially when you have children. You have to pour into your children emotionally and spiritually. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like my dad was one of those people that knew that and he was trying to correct that within himself, even though it was so hard for him because he did not have that emotional you know what I'm saying, that pouring into him emotionally. It was all provide and, teaching you things and directing you, but not really pouring into you an emotional way for you to know how to handle your feelings. No, no, no. They teach you how to just bury your feelings, not how to deal with them, express them in a healthy way, especially not for a black man in New Orleans born in 1948. That just wasn't happening like that. But I did feel my father trying to make corrections or recognizing the pitfalls and not being able to actually stop himself from hitting them. Because once people have raised you to be a certain way, it's kind of hard to change that. Better to put herself on a pedestal than to lower herself for every dude that trips over a curb and into some woman's lap. Yeah, absolutely. But that's not what I mean when I said that. I mean, put yourself on a pedestal. Absolutely. I put myself on a pedestal. Do you feel like I don't put myself on a pedestal? I put myself on a pedestal. Like I'm that bitch. But ultimately, I am not above being with someone for other reasons besides what they can financially provide for me, because I feel like I watch my people build together, and not just build together, but support each other in whatever they were doing and watch things get better and watch be able to do vacations every year, 2-3 vacations a year and all this type of shit. Like I watched them build something together. And I've also, I've just watched a lot of families where the men absolutely did provide and protect, but they brought nothing else to the table emotionally. Like they were there, but they weren't there. So I feel like what works for you is what works for you, like I said. But I also feel like women have to sometimes check themselves because we often get in our own way because we're so used to being alone. We don't want to have to stretch outside of our comfort zone to have someone else come in. We don't want to accept help. We want to do it all ourselves so we can completely control the situation. And that's why I said she needed to check herself. I agree with this. Pour into kids as opposed to banging them in the head like they rolled into the house out of someone's orphanage. I don't even understand that connection. Rolled into the house out of someone's orphanage. So you're supposed to beat those kids? Yes, he pays half. I just want more of a leadership from him. Okay, I understand that, but you also have to understand the man you have. Was he a leader when you got him? We need to value each other and what we bring to the table. And when it comes to black people, we really have to stop trying black women. We do. We do. Cause we gonna get tired and start backhand slapping the fuck out of y'all. Is what's gonna end up happening. We just gonna end up raising up on you, Nick. Okay, I'm tired of this with the disrespect. Some men want us to do what our grandmothers did, but not acting like our grandfathers. That's another thing. Okay, those are the same ones who want their women to cook, clean, bear children, be a porn star, etc., and pay half. Yeah, nigga, I ain't doing all that. You are not creating a space for all of that. Me and my married friends talk about this all the time. At the end of the day, we all have to get what we want out the situation in order for it to work. That's just what it is. This is one reason why I strongly dislike the term black girl magic. I feel like it makes us look too strong. Yeah, my sister said that one time, and able to handle anything all the time so men don't see us as delicate. I don't think black girl magic has anything to do with that. I think we had that stigma even before the black girl magic thing came about. To me, black girl magic is more so about how saucy we are, how we put razzle dazzle on everything, and it's not because we make, we so extra strong or nothing like that. It's just because, we have all the flavor. Like, to me, like, we have what y'all want to take, what y'all want to steal, what y'all want to be, what y'all want to copy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think of when I think of black girl magic. Not necessarily like, we some magical being that feels no pain like white people like to think. Dear Yvette says, thank you for the super chat. Keep shining, Queen. You do the same. I appreciate you. Um, I've always wanted to build with someone, but my intelligence alone is my value. I get that. My intellect prospered me. I'm from New Orleans projects, and just having met a black man, his value can be intellect. Okay, no, I feel you. No, I feel you. Okay, so no, I know where you come from, so I feel what you're saying. And that's the fucked up part, but I feel like it's because, like I said, a lot of the times when they was raising girls to take care of themselves, they was raising boys to be codependent on somebody, which is weird. But it's because of how the world treats black men and how the world treats black boys. So I think people were always trying to protect and coddle black boys and black men, which is why they can't show up in the world to be the men that are required for the women that we have at this point, because these women have been taught to take care of themselves, to fend for themselves, to be able to create something for themselves, because somebody taking care of them is not going to be given to them like it is to a white woman. And I'm not saying that that's what happens to every white woman, but that's the understanding. That's the understanding, is that a white woman is definitely going to be able to find some white man to take care of her. A black woman, on the other hand, has to be set up in this world to take care of herself, fend for herself, and possibly have to always take care of herself. The boys, not so much. Just being supportive. Thank you. I appreciate that, love. You bring a good conversation in here. Manopause platforms like to shame and manosphere platforms, not manopause, my bad. Like to shame and belittle black women. It disgusts me that those harmful platforms are thriving. I worry for black women's safety. Yeah, I get that too. Because people don't understand how these ideals add more fuel to the fires that happen inside the households. Well, that's the last we'll see of him, but he can see us from outside the fence. Oh, y'all blocked him. He was doing too much. What he said? Wait, you ain't got medical insurance to fund your therapy, but you think wives are useless? You playing yourself, bro. Oh, child. Sound like y'all was having a lot of good, ignorant conversation with him. Child, I'm glad I got moderators, because I would be in here cursing people out. And y'all already say I talked to my followers so bad. So I'm trying not to continue to go in on people. We've become independent out of necessity. I don't think any label will change that. They just don't care. I agree. It's not about the label. It's just about the circumstances of this life we live. You know what I'm saying? That's why, as black women, as a black woman on a platform with a voice that a lot of people like to listen to, at the end of the day, I like to always be on the side of black women if I can be. If I feel, like that's what I should do in a situation, then I will always be that, because at the end of the day, who gonna be for us if we ain't for us? And I'm for us. Okay? Like Monique said, I love us for real, bitch. I like these conversations. Do you think we can have topic Mondays type of thing? You're very good at it. Thank you, Britt Mar. Honestly, yes. I mean, I would be here for it. Like I told y'all, I'm trying to bring more content over here so I can keep, this channel growing over here as well. Because as soon as my other channel went back up, y'all said, all right, we done. But I still want y'all to come over here. But the other channel's growing too. So I'm very happy, and I'm just trying to keep giving y'all content. But I'm definitely here to continue these conversations. So if y'all are on Instagram and on Twitter, y'all at me on these things when y'all see them, and I will make sure I save them. And we can have these conversations here and during house party on Station Head. Y'all don't forget about that on Fridays. Can we bring this topic to the ladies first panel? I'll talk to the ladies about that. MF and advice. The only thing about MF and advice is that people write very long, incoherent letters that they don't proofread before they send, and they tell you a whole bunch of shit, but they never really tell you the stuff you want to know. So a lot of times you want to have them there so you can ask them questions, but y'all be too scared to do that. So honestly, unless somebody is gonna call in, I don't really want to do MF and advice, because I want you to be able to tell me what the problem is so we can go back and forth about it, so I can have a better understanding. Okay. I sometimes feel like I don't have enough of the story. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm gonna always rhyme for the grounds. You know how I feel about the grounds, okay? Most of these men think like Rico have mommy issues and are angry at women. He definitely feels like he's angry at women. Bandana is definitely upset at somebody's mama. A lot of black women were raised. Sadly, a lot of black men were supported, meaning you have men who don't know how to play their position but have extremely high expectations of a woman. Thump, thump, thump. There it is. Why that girl look like Ty daughter? A little bit, a little bit. I see it. Okay. And mething advice, having callers is definitely a yes. That's what I'm saying. If y'all gonna call in, then call in. But if not, then no. Be a female Kevin Samuels. I would love to be, except for I would do it better than him, and I wouldn't be crazy. Like that nigga's crazy. He perpetrating too. Like, and listen, we all have things about our lives that everybody don't need to know now, okay? But ultimately, I just feel like I don't like men that pretend to be something they're not, so that they can get a core audience to then spout negative bullshit to, but it incites a lot of drama, so it brings in the viewers. Anything for clout. It's the same thing that the right wing commentary people do. A lot of them people probably don't even believe all of the crazy shit that they say. They probably vaccinated and everything, but to get their ass on social media, get their ass on YouTube, and tell you not to do it, like because that goes along with the rhetoric that makes them money and gets them clout and makes them famous, because that's all anybody wants. Bondy looking cute in the face, some in the waist. Hey, fat in the A. Do you want to say, Okay, I'm sorry. Discord video chat. Yes, that's gonna happen for station head. For the members and the Patreons, when we do the house parties, that's gonna be like live on Discord or Zoom. I need to figure out like which one I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna do Discord first this week if everything is set up in time. We gotta see, because the painters are supposed to be coming tomorrow, because I really want to do it in the living room and not in here. Okay. I just wish some men would just say they hate women or are jealous of women and keep it pushing. Leave her to deep child. If I agree, I agree. That would be a cool show. Yes. You damn sure deserve Kevin Samuels' monetization and super chats. I don't know, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard for me, but it don't be hard for people like him. Child, I guess I need to sit in the dark in a little bitty suit and tell you how you're a terrible mother. You're a foe. You're a foe. Look at you. Why I gotta be an asshole to get to pop off? But when you be out here being like a real legit person, then everybody be like, I don't know if I want to fuck with her. Nah, I don't trust it. Motherfuckers is weird, bruh. What other race of men complain about providing and protecting women and children? I'll wait. Child, I don't know one. I don't know one. It's terrible as all them other ethnicities of men be. They never gonna complain about protecting and providing. Unless they bitch made and that's just a part of their, personality. That's exactly what it is. These people got the shot, but talking out the side of their neck. It's crazy. Many of them do hate women, but to measure their manhood, they need to exploit women's sexuality. That's another thing. That's another thing. Not the little bitty suit. That's so little. Oh Lord, I said earlier on Jamie's reaction video to this mess, he wants a man. He should have said that. You want somebody to take care of you, I'm boo. I see you surpassing everything Kevin Samuels accomplished once you start. Oh, child, I appreciate that. We'll see. I want to know why black men compete with black women. I don't know. It's the race for Whitey's attention and love. Whitey's on the moon, though. I can see men calling into you just to have you degraded and belittle them. Really? I would be. Listen, if I wasn't married, bruh, I probably would be one of those people that would make money off like degrading people and whipping them and beating the shit out of them. Like, you can't touch me, but I'll beat the shit out of you for some money and some leather. Absolutely. I'd have did that for a living for sure. Anyway, You know, they talk bad about me anyway. I made an honest living, they talk bad about me. I get up here and do some new shit, but it's still an honest living, they talk bad about me. Bitch, I should have been a dominatrix. I'd have made all my money in peace. I'd have had my beach house by now. Whipping black and white men after they get off from work from their corporate jobs. Come throw your thousands at me while I beat your ass. Call you a punk ass bitch. Speaking my Electra accent. Assume the motherfucking position. I'm whipping ass tonight. I'm whipping ass. Oh. But yes, y'all. Anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm goofy. Anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got. They're not paying me no mind. Damn, nigga, what is in this? Lyrics. What's in this drink? What's in this drink? What's in this drink? What's in this drink?
That's tequila.
Tequila.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. 2 shots of Jaeger.
Tequila. That's strawberry puffer for the sour.
That's good. Thank you. Liqueur.
Syrup.
Ooh. A glamorous BW, thank you so much for the super chat. The Amaretto is hidden. Our community is ignoring the fact that every 6 hours Black women are killed. 92% of these killings are committed by Black men. Domestic violence is our number one health concern. Talk about it. I'm glad you said something because they sweat. Look, they let social media tell it. All of the Black women are out here beating the shit out of Black men, belittling them and making them feel like shit all over the place. I said, bitch, show me the numbers. Show me the motherfucking numbers. All you niggas out there that's getting beat up by y'all old ladies. Like, get out of my face with this. Okay? Get out of my face with this. Okay? Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you so much, because that anger and all of this venom that I see a lot of you men have towards women, this shit is problematic. It's problematic. And whenever we want to bring attention to how y'all coming off, everybody want to, argue invalid, stupid fucking points about how we want to question, women's value. Instead of talking about some of these real issues of you niggas having no accountability, no responsibility in your communities the way you should, or the way you should be expected to. Because your mammy done taught you down the line that you deserve everything this world has to offer for being a lackluster, mediocre ass nigga. Okay, get out of here with that. I'm tired of all y'all. I'm tired of all y'all. Child, when I say y'all, they've been clocking every single video. They clock every single video that I put out, y'all. Like they won't leave me alone today, Jesus. Thank you so much, baby hustler. So happy I caught this live. Great conversation, right? I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, y'all, for coming through and talking to me and full lot lying around with me and such. Shout out to fucking Donnie. Anyway, trying not to belch. Hey, Quaisha, I'm learning a lot and I'm single. I know that's right, girl. Be single and learn. Okay, I see this one. Reggie, Greg, Blanchard, Bondy, you bring everything to all the tables. So do it like it's your B-Day. Glad I can watch your old BGC videos again. Thank you, Reggie. Listen, I'm in the process of pulling videos, trying to get them down. Some of them, they're not letting me download. So I have to then come back and figure out a way to get them downloaded, from a different third-party site, or might have to actually screen record them, which is gonna be ridiculous because it's so many. But yeah, child, we making it work. Okay, do it like it's my baby. Okay, listen, and all of that from slavery. Us as black people need to heal and be survivors from post traumatic slave syndrome and not victims. Victims don't have the capacity to take accountability. I think that the part of not being a victim is to not continue to be victimized. We are continuously and constantly victimized. It's hard to heal from shit that keeps happening. See what I'm saying? It's also hard to heal from things that people won't admit. Like acting like this country isn't racist. Like this country is absolutely racist. The fuck are you talking about? Y'all are obsessed with race. In other countries, people don't even care about this shit like that. They be more mad that we American than anything else. It's hard being the black gay guy in the barbershop trying to get brothers to ease up on the black women bashing without hearing the perpetual, you don't like women, so you don't know. Nigga, I know women. The fuck? I don't have to stick my dick in one in order to understand their plight in life. No, you niggas, that's what I'm talking about, that barbershop talk. I don't want to hear nothing about what no niggas talking about in no motherfucking barbershop. Because at the end of the day, y'all niggas are just talking out the side of y'all neck so y'all can hear somebody pat y'all on the back for y'all dumb shit. Because that's what y'all need. And it's so obvious that so many of you men, one of y'all main issues is y'all can't take the truth. Y'all can't take the truth. Y'all want to be able to dish it out and tell a woman everything that's wrong with her from the top of her fucking head and her weave to the bottom of her toenails and what color she put on them. You want to be able to talk to a woman about that. But let them want to talk to y'all about some of the shit that y'all be on. Then all of a sudden, women can't never take accountability. Y'all can't never take what we say to y'all without y'all saying something to us. But every time I turn around, I see women being responsible for themselves and for other people more so than I see men being responsible for themselves and for other people in this society these days, in the way these ideals work out. Okay? Men do get abused too. I didn't say they didn't. I didn't say they didn't. I had a cousin that died because his wife decided to stab him. I didn't say they didn't. I said they don't happen that often. That's what I said. They don't happen that often. Not as often as women get beat. Not as often as black women get abused. And they talk about it as if it's equal, and it's not. That was my point. Yet again, Bondy Blue, men need to respect us because Adam was made by God and their asses are made by us. If there's no us, there for damn sure is no them. And that's why I feel like everybody needs to love and respect each other across the board. But that also means that you can't only expect women to play their positions in this life. Y'all put pressure on us to be somebody's wife and somebody's mother, and then when we don't fill those shoes, we even question our own value in life as women, as people. Like if we don't become wives and mothers, we have no value. Men in this world can literally not have a wife, not have children, and still be of value to somebody. Okay, like it's insane to me the way we can't be honest about what this society really is like, being misogynistic and being racist. And you can't tell the truth about these things without people always having to bring up the small percentage that don't fit into that box as if that's supposed to invalidate the point, as if that's supposed to draw us away from the fact that black men absolutely get abused. That does not cancel out the fact that this rhetoric that we keep hearing from them is draped in anger that is more dangerous to us than it is to them. Because we're already at a disadvantage. Are members or Patreons able to suggest shows to review? Everybody can discuss shows to review. I take everybody's whatever they would like into consideration. It wasn't on Patreon, I don't think, what somebody said soul food. But thank you, Stephanie, for the super chat. Well, I'm glad that my value as a person is not dependent upon me having a wife, because that is never going to happen. But in society, a part of them seeing you as a full man is attached to you being, attached to somebody's pussy, which is ridiculous. But, the truth of the matter is, like you said, your self-worth has absolutely nothing to do with if you have a wife, a girlfriend, a partner. It don't even have nothing to do with if you have a man or not. You know what I'm saying? Your self-worth is dependent upon how you see yourself and what you pour into yourself. That's why, I have, like, people are always asking how I've been sticking to these workouts, because it's my me time. It's the time that I pour into myself, and it's the time that I take for myself. and it gives me a reward that is only for myself. Like, granted, I have more stamina and all that shit, but ultimately, this is something for me that benefits me, and there aren't a lot of things in my life that are just for me. So at the end of the day, like, that's why people have to do things that are them pouring into themselves, especially as adults. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't always depend on other people to pour into you positively, because everybody isn't as lucky to have, like, healthy or supportive relationships. So they have to be able to create that for themselves. And that's why I always say you don't want 250% of a person coming into a relationship. You want people to be 100% and be able to take care of their fucking self and be able to stand on their own 2 feet. That way they can offer you something that you don't already have, instead of offering you a dependent. Okay? Whether emotional, financial, or physical. All right? That's just what it is on that. Okay? I have had a strong female mindset, and because of my age, people brush it off as, "Oh, you'll change." Like, as I grow up, I'm gonna bend when I meet the right boy. About to graduate college, but still no. Girl, stick to your guns. Fuck all that. Okay? Now that you say that, I'm thinking about a conversation me and my brother had. He kept asking me when I'm gonna have kids and get married. I think he was trying to evaluate my value. Huh. And that ain't got nothing to do with him. Whether you have kids or not. You know what I'm saying? You better preach tonight, Bondy Blue. Get the collection plate. It's offering time at the Church of Ninja. Stop playing, trying me. Baptist Church with Minister Bondy preside, and thank you. Okay, Lord. There are black folks who are in deep need of somebody's therapy, but instead folks take them to church house to pray over them as opposed to getting them deep psychological help. I agree. I think that people, God put so many different ways to aid us all over the place. Like, you think he created the plants and all this shit on the earth that we have to not aid us? Everything is multi-purpose. You know what I'm saying? Everything can aid in the process and in the practice of creating emotional and mental balance for yourself. You know what I'm saying? People do need therapy, just like they do need prayer. They need faith that everything is going to be okay, to hold them through the moments when the shit don't feel that way, but their mind tells them that it will be. You know what I'm saying? Or their spirit tells them that it will be. That's why you need faith and you need prayer on top of action and going to a doctor and making sure that everything that is physically and humanly going on with you is okay. And that includes your mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous to think that you can do anything without taking care of your vessel, without taking care of your mental, without taking care of your spiritual, without taking care. You can't have anything in this life really that's going to be of real value to you if you're not all right on the inside. It's never going to fill the hole if you're not all right on the inside. Like, that's just what it is. No relationship, no amount of money, no maid or fucking food service, Amazon Prime, fucking deliveries, nigga. None of that shit is going to make you happy if you ain't dealt with the issues that plague you, that create the hole inside you that will make you so angry that you need to find ways to devalue women in order to make yourself feel more valuable as a man. Thank you for the collection plate. Le homme démon. Thank you. Hey, Reggie Greg Blanchard, thank you again for the super chat. I think a lot of black men use black women as their punching bag. They displace all their angst, feelings of inferiority, insecurities, and all that. Yeah, and it's something that's been going on in our community for a very long time, y'all. I mean, how many of y'all know about the grandmamas and all of that got beat because grandpa got to go to work and deal with racist ass white people all day. He come home angry, drunk, tired, and everything else, and he take it out on her. It's not her fault. She there to try to support and help, but she ends up being the punching bag because he don't know how to deal with his emotions because nobody taught him how to deal with his emotions. Teach you how to be angry and mad and violent because they angry, mad, and violent with you for being black. Please understand, if you're still buying their religion, you are still asleep. Child Teaser PC, thank you for the super chat. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This was fun. But I gotta go watch Love and Hip Hop and stuff. Child, it probably was boring. Did y'all watch it? It probably was boring. But that's okay because we're gonna talk about it tomorrow on my channel anyway, along with Jocelyn's Cabaret, where your every desire will be fulfilled. Okay, I'm here to please you, baby. Do it like it might be day. Do it like it might be day. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.